It's really changed my perspective when I work out. On the days I don't want to, I'm like, some people can't do this. I had surgery on my hip and pelvis when I was only 5 years old. Literally in kindergarten, and I had to have my whole leg basically worked on, and I was in a cast from my belly button down and had to be in a wheelchair for most of kindergarten. I spent most of kindergarten at home. Parents told me they took me to school in my wheelchair. I actually have like a glimpse memory of like wheeling in my wheelchair, but all my friends were afraid of me because I was in this big scary wheelchair and we were 5. Everybody stayed away from me. I didn't really see anyone that whole year. I was recovering. I had surgery because I actually had a limp in one of my legs. My grandma's actually the one who noticed it. I limped around. My left leg was actually shorter than my right leg. I had to be in orthopedics for the surgery. I actually had 2 surgeries. The first one, they had to put a plate in my leg, but the second surgery was to remove the plate. I had to relearn how to walk. I was in a wheelchair for a long time, eventually then crutches, eventually then learning how to walk. This was for a couple years of my life. First doctor we went to told me just put a lift in my shoe and that would be fine, which is crazy to me because sports have been a huge part of my life. Fitness is a huge part of my life. My high school career was based around athletics. Softball was my life. I played it from 6 through high school, through 18. Volleyball, I played basketball. I've ran 5Ks. I went through a phase of my life where I loved running. I wouldn't have been able to do any of that stuff if I never had that surgery and if I still had issues with my leg. However, I'm just freaking grateful that I can do the things I want to do. Like, I think about so often, like, I don't know who knows, maybe I would have been fine, but if I wasn't, I think we take for granted how much we walk and just how walking is such a gift that we can do. Working out, yes, running, all the other things, but like just being able to move your legs freely, how limiting it is when you can't do that. I guess my point is maybe some of you guys just need to break your legs and so you have a little bit of respect for what your body can do.